Good morning, everybody. I am Sheena John, your computer teacher. Today onwards, I am going to take classes for you. Okay. In previous class, you are learned about many input devices. In your textbook, we have 15 input devices are there. Keyboard, mouse, joystick, light pen, graphic tablet, scanner, magnetic ink character recognition or MICR, then barcode reader, QR code, optical mark recognition or OMR, then touch screen, touchpad, digital camera, web camera and biometric devices. Already you are completed up to barcode reader. Today onwards, we are going to study about QR code. Okay, what is QR code? What is the full form of QR code? Quick response code. What is the full form of QR code? Quick response code. A QR code is a two-dimensional code that consists of an array of black and white squares. Okay. In your screen there is one QR code. This QR code is consists of black and white arrays. A QR code is a two-dimensional code that consists of an array of black and white squares. Okay. We are arranged this black and white squares in column wise and row wise. So we are called, it is a two-dimensional code that consists of an array of black and white squares. All of them know what is a QR code. You can see a QR code on a business cards, billboards, products and so on. What is this QR code? What is the use of this QR code? People and companies use them to store and distribute all kinds of information in a manner that is quickly accessible to anyone with a smartphone. Inside this QR code, they are saving their details, their company details or website address or videos or some information they are stored inside their QR code. Using our smartphone, we can scan this QR code and easily we can access that details. That is the use of QR code. Nowadays, we have lot of applications are in our internet. Download any application and using that application we can scan that QR code and we can access that details about that company or product or so. QR code have become very popular as it has become very convenient to generate, scan and read them. You can easily generate a QR code online for free. Is it clear? What is the full form of QR code? QR code means quick response code. All of you please listen to this slide. Most of the contents are I copied to this slide. So no need to look up the textbook, just to listen here. A QR code is a two-dimensional code that consists of an array of black and white squares. You can see QR code on a business card, billboards, products and so on. People and companies use them to store and distribute all kinds of information in a manner that quickly accessible to anyone with a smartphone. QR code have become very popular as it has become very convenient to generate, scan and read them. You can easily generate QR code online for free of cost. Is it clear? QR codes were first used in the automotive industry in Japan in 1994. A Toyota subsidiary named Denso developed the code to help in the manufacturing process. Let us watch one video.
Cashiers scan an item to get its price. It works because each product has a code that's a shortcut. It prevents the cashier from having to look up each item. Well, these days, new kinds of codes are appearing that are scannable with camera phones. And like a cashier scanner, they create shortcuts to all kinds of information. This is QR codes, explained by Common Craft. In our online world, everything is linked together. You visit a website and click a link to visit another site, send a message, view a photo, or download a video. A simple click makes everything possible. On the other hand, our physical world is what you see walking down the street. The problem is, nothing is clickable. You can't click a URL on a container to see recipes. You can't click a statue to read about it on Wikipedia. So, you end up having to type in a link, take notes, or just keep walking. But that's starting to change. You may have seen codes like these. They're called QR, or Quick Response Codes. And they mean your camera phone can now be a little like a cashier's scanner. Once you have a QR reader app on your smartphone, you can point your camera phone at these codes and immediately grab useful information. Let's say you're running errands and walk by a sign that says, "New show coming soon," and there's a QR code. You can just open your QR reader app, point your camera phone at the code, and the app will automatically give you options. No links to remember, no notes. Just point your phone at the QR code and the real world becomes clickable. But that's just the beginning. Imagine visiting a landmark and using a QR code to watch a video about it. Or scanning a QR code in a newspaper or magazine to email a link to a friend. Or scanning one to follow your local bakery on Twitter.
Okay, next, optical character recognition. What is optical character recognition? OCR, full form of OCR is optical character recognition. An OCR reader is a device that scans or goes through the text character by character. Okay, if you want to convert one text matter into its corresponding digital form, we can use this OCR. Nowadays, we have lot of applications for this OCR is available. Okay, at free of cost, you can download and install in your mobile. Okay, after that, you can using this OCR reader, you can capture the text image from your textbook. After this capturing image, we directly this text image will be converted to its corresponding digital data. That is the use of optical character recognition. Okay, this is the another one type of OCR scanner. Listen to that video. An OCR reader is a device that scans or goes through the text character by character. It analyzes the scanned character, recognizes it and produces the electronic or digital copy. Using this scanner, okay, we can scan our hard copy. After this, hard copy of that, inside the hard copy of that paper content, we can convert this digital image of that particular hard copy's content to electronic content. We can copy this content to our computer. That is the use of OCR. Next one, optical mark recognition or OMR. What is the full form of OMR? Optical mark recognition. An OMR is a device used to recognize marks on specially printed forms and sheet. You know what is the OMR sheet. Already you are writing the exam using that. In your Olympiad exam, you are using this type of papers. Now, nowadays, almost exams are, we are writing using that OMR sheet. An OMR is a device used to recognize marks on specially printed forms and sheets. It reads predefined positions and records where marks are made on the form. It reads predefined positions and records where marks are made on the form. It then transmits this information to the computer. This technology is used where a large number of hand-filled forms need to be processed quickly. What is the use of this OMR, optical mark recognition system? This device is used to recognize marks on specially printed forms and sheets. We can easily correct all papers, more papers within the time. It reads predefined positions and records where marks are made on the form. It then transmits this information to the computer. Is it clear? Let us watch one video.
Volumes and provide exceptional optical mark recognition performance, choosing the OpScan 6 is a wise decision for both centralized and distributed processing. While a perfect fit for education testing and assessment scoring, student surveys, grade reporting, course evaluations, and more, the OpScan 6 is also ideally suited for a range of applications in healthcare, business, and government. It can be used for scheduling, admissions and enrollments, job applications, time and attendance tracking, customer, employee, and patient surveys, vehicle registrations and incident reporting, patient experience and health risk appraisals, and much more. Reading form marks can be a tricky business, especially when intended marks can be confused with accidents like smudges or eraser marks. The scanner features 16 levels of mark discrimination to differentiate legitimate marks from erasures and smudges. The OpScan 6 features a sheet thickness detector to ensure that only one sheet is read at a time. Sheet skew detection helps to ensure proper registration during reading, too. The OpScan 6 takes desktop scanning to a new performance level, processing up to 5,000 sheets per hour for maximum efficiency. The fixed automatic feed hopper for 300 sheets helps promote continuous scanning with minimal reloading. Intuitive 40-character alphanumeric operator messages simplify operation and minimize the opportunity for confusion. The open paper path also ensures sheet visibility at all times, while making it easy for sheet removal and cleaning. And since forms come in all shapes and sizes, the OpScan 6 can handle both mark reflex and trans-optic forms across a wide range of sizes. Because you can't always be monitoring every aspect of processing, self-diagnostics alert you of potential problems so you can address them promptly and maintain continuous processing. If your forms support both pen and pencil marks, you can also choose the optional ink read heads to accommodate both types of marks. As with all Scantron scanners, compatibility with ScanTool software lets you define your own custom scanning applications, as well as scan, edit, validate, and display data. The OpScan 6, high-performance data collection tools that meet your most intensive scanning needs in a flexible desktop model that's affordable and reliable.
Next one, touch screen. Already you know what is a touch screen. All of them have laptops and smartphone. Okay, what is the use of touch screen? Yes, let us learn. A touch screen is a touch-sensitive computer display screen that can also act as an input device. Touch screen is an input device. It is a touch-sensitive computer display screen that can also act as an input device. It can identify the presence and position of a touch within the display region. It can identify the presence and position of a touch within the display region. Touch screens are easy to use and are often found in public places such as ATMs, ticket collection terminals, theaters and airports. A touch screen is a touch-sensitive computer display screen that can also act as an input device. It can identify the presence and position of a touch within the display region. Touch screens are easy to use and often found in public places such as ATMs, ticket collection terminals, theaters and airports. Is it clear? Next, what's a touchpad? Okay, this is your touchpad. A touchpad is an input device that works by sensing the user's finger movement and the applied pressure. Okay, when we are touching that touchpad, that time this computer will accept the input from that touchpad. That is the use of that touchpad. A touchpad is an input device that works by how sensing the user's finger movement and the applied pressure. It usually found on a laptop computer where it is used in place of a mouse. Okay, instead of mouse we are using the touchpad. It is usually found on a laptop computer where it is used in place of a mouse. There are usually two buttons next to the touchpad which replace the left and right mouse buttons. All of them have laptops. Okay, you know what is a touchpad. Just look this video. This is your touchpad inside your laptop. Bottom position there is one touchpad. When you are touch on this touchpad, computer will accept the input from that touchpad. Instead of mouse we are using that touchpad. There are usually two buttons next to the touchpad which replace the left and right mouse buttons. Is it clear? Next one, digital camera. What's a digital camera? What's the use of a digital camera? Most of them have this digital camera inside your home. Is it right? Digital camera. Let us study what is digital camera and what is the use of the digital camera. A digital camera is used to capture images or videos and store them in a digital format. What's the use of that digital camera? Using this digital camera is also an input device. It is used for capture images or videos and store them in a digital format. It displays the captured images immediately on the screen. The images or videos captured through the digital camera can be transferred to a computer for modification, and the image can be printed on paper whenever desired. What's the use of that digital camera? We can capture images or videos and store them in a digital format to our computer. Okay. Using one data cable, we can easily transfer images or videos to our computer, and we can easily modify that videos or images, and we can store it in your memory place. Is it clear? This is your digital camera. Different types of video digital cameras are there. One type is this one. This digital camera is capture images or videos and store them in a digital format. Using our data cable, we can easily copy this video or images into our computer. And Bluetooth technology is available today. So, if you want, you can send this with using that Bluetooth technology. We can send this images or video to our smartphone or computer. Next, web camera. Next input device, web camera. All of them know what is web camera. Using a web camera, now we are attending this class. A web camera or a webcam is a digital camera. This web camera is an input device. This web camera is also known as webcam. This webcam is a digital camera that is usually connected to the computer through a USB interface. Webcams come with software that allows the user to record video or send the video on the web. What is the use of that web camera? Webcams come with software that allows the user to record video or send the video on the web. Many laptops come with an inbuilt web camera and microphone. Is it clear? What is a web camera? Web camera is a digital camera that usually connected to the computer through a USB interface. Webcams come with software that first we are installed in that software in our computer and we are connected to that web camera. After it allows the user to record video or send the video onto the web. Many laptops and your smartphone come with an inbuilt web camera and microphone. Is it clear? Okay, the amount of detail that a camera can capture is called the resolution. What is the resolution? The amount of detail that a camera can capture is called the resolution. Resolution is measured in pixel. What is the unit of resolution? Pixel. Resolution is measured in pixels. The more pixels a camera has, the more detail it can capture and the larger pictures can be printed without getting distorted. Just to read this portion, okay. Biometric devices. Next one, biometric devices. Biometric devices are the devices which are capable of identifying a person's identity on the basis of their distinctive physical characteristics. All of them know what is biometric devices. Inside our school, we have one biometric devices for taking the attendance of our teachers. A lot of officers, they are keeping this biometric devices for as an attending system. These days, many biometric devices are available that can scan and detect a person's fingerprints, face, iris, voice, hand and so on. For identification and access control at various places such as offices, passport offices, airports and so on. They help in enhancing the security as compared to the system of login, IDs and password. These days, many biometric devices are available that can scan and detect a person's fingerprint, face, iris, voice, hand and so on. For identification and access control at various places such as offices, passport offices, airports and so on. What is a biometric device? Biometric devices are the devices which are capable of identifying a person's identity. A person's identity on the basis of their distinctive physical characteristics. We can watch one video.
In high-performance iris recognition, new from CMI Tech, a global leader in iris recognition imager design. Revolutionizing iris biometrics, the EF45 iris recognition terminal sets new standards for subject usability and integration, designed for access control, time and attendance, and ID management applications. The innovative user interface utilizes the display of the subject's face on the frontal 5-inch touchscreen display. The subject merely puts his or her face in the center of the positioning box. Then, the subject moves toward the system to simply size his or her head to the borders of the box. Once within the robust capture range of 35 to 45 centimeters, the box and top indicator bar turn green. Capture is automatic, fast, and intuitive. In wall-mount applications, the subject walks naturally toward the system to allow intuitive positioning with minimal effort. The system also incorporates an internal camera tilt head mechanism to adjust automatically for a full range of subject heights. For the first time, almost all users, including first-time or non-acclimated ones, will find iris biometrics effortless and intuitive. The EF45 is an embedded terminal with all processing performed on board. It is configured to connect through Ethernet, either wired or Wi-Fi. And the system SDK includes all functionality for robust access control functionality. Most importantly, the EF45 is highly cost-effective, intended for volume deployments across a range of applications. Now, integrators around the globe can take advantage of the superior accuracy of dual iris biometrics, as well as being hands-free, compact, and easy to integrate. Revolutionizing cost-effective iris recognition.